Jesus, thank you for letting us. Thank you for letting us. Let us have a good sleep. And God, I love you, and I hope you help some people and not let nobody scare, or you help somebody. If somebody's sick, you can help somebody, because sometimes people are really sick, and then you can get really sick. And then if you get sick to somebody else's cold, then you need to go to the doctor, and you need to tell your mom to stop to get somebody's cold, because that's really gross. Bye. Sorry.
It's okay, you got it. Hey, Lily. Wave to everybody. Say hey, everybody.
Hi.
Are you excited to go to your new room?
Yeah.
Are you happy to be with mommy?
Yeah.
Are you thankful for God for healing you?
Yeah.
Are you a miracle big girl?
Mm-mm.
Not a baby. Are you a miracle big girl?
I'm not a baby.
I know you're not a baby, but you're a big girl, right? You're a big girl?
Yeah.
Say I'll talk to everyone soon.
Bye.
Hey, y'all. Good evening. Happy, what we can say, pre-Friday weekend. It's Thursday, so I'm just excited. We got another edition of the Non-Negotiable Faith series. I am Chantai Rae, the #1 glow getter, coach, author, motivational speaker, and CEO of the Chantai Rae Collection, where I encourage and empower families to live a lifestyle of non-negotiable faith through optimum health, beauty, and motivational entities. And my primary mission is to help those through the challenging times through their lives, to show them how to get that glow from the inside out, and know that it starts with non-negotiable faith, because miracles are real, and show them how to manifest what they've been confessing their entire lives. And I'm just excited to have a special guest tonight, Miss Tabitha. She's a ECMO specialist and respiratory nurse. And I'm just excited because she was a important, impactful part in Kalia's journey. So I just want to bring her in today so she can express her perspective of what she saw, what she felt, and basically from her own eyes what non-negotiable faith really means. So let's get Miss Tabitha in here, this phenomenal guest today. Come on in, Tabitha. Come on in. Hey, how are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for taking time out, to sit with me, because, this is time that you sacrifice aside. But I just wanted to get you in because you are very dear to my heart. You're like family, because literally you were my support as well, because you had a tough job and you were so strong during that whole journey. That helped me stay strong. So yeah. I just want to thank you up front for that. And let's just talk about what is your perspective of what you saw, how you felt during Kalia's journey while she was at the hospital with you.
Well, Kalia's case for me, she is someone that I will never forget taking care of. I see a lot of sick patients, unfortunately, a lot of sick children. I see them on that ECMO machine more times than I probably would hope to see them. Sometimes things turn out good, and sometimes things don't turn out so good. And I think as healthcare workers, we create sort of a defense mechanism, right? So we kind of don't go into certain situations thinking either which way, if it's going to be a good outcome or a bad outcome or what have you. But I just couldn't help but feel, as soon as I entered her room, she was so sick. Kalia was so sick. She was in a really bad spot. She had to be put on our machine. And for those of your viewers who don't know what ECMO is, it's really a last resort, right? So we couldn't properly ventilate her to keep her going. So we had to put her on that machine to sustain her. And it's kind of our last effort as healthcare professionals to help these children get over their illness, whatever it is that brought them to the hospital. And so I just remember Clea being so sick, but I remember walking in there, and for whatever reason, I just had this feeling that she was going to get better. Like I just had this overwhelming faith that she was gonna make it through, even though, I mean, at some points, I'm sure even your family were thinking, gosh, what's going to happen, right? But I definitely felt that, and just I felt the love of your family. I felt the presence of God with you guys. There was no mistake, no question in my mind that Kalia was gonna get like 100% well. Like I knew she was gonna make a full recovery. And your family, I mean, I just want to thank you as well, because we supported your family through that, but you also supported us as healthcare workers, and just with your faith, with the harmony of your family, the love, it really just poured out into all of us, I believe.
Yes, because I was like, man, if it wasn't for y'all, I know I couldn't have made it through that process, because I didn't never want to leave. I just wanted
I
to
know.
always sit there.
Yes. And I loved your presence there. And when I know that in the book you said that you had left, I think maybe you went to go get coffee or something, maybe take a little walk, just a break from the room. And I noticed that you had the Jesus Calling book on your table. And we had talked a bit before, just, a little bit throughout Kalia's stay there in between her treatments and what have you. And I just, when I saw that book, I felt encouraged to go. I went out and got the book myself. And I believe it just helped me with just even grow my faith deeper with God. And I just, I can't say enough about that. That was really impactful for me as well.
Yeah, now that just blessed me. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
People watch you, but when you just doing things, for real and not just for fake, it's just like, okay, I left the book because I was going to take a break from the room. But by you picking that up and that blessing you, that blessed me, because it was like, okay, God is real. It's showing that miracles are normal. And that was my thing. I want to show, because I had all faith that she was going to walk out. I didn't care what nobody was saying.
Yeah, I know you did. Yes.
I did not care. And I'm just like, she's going to walk out of here. And I know on the first time they put her on the machine, I think it was just the heart. And then I had to go back and put her on the heart and the lung.
Yeah, so originally she was on what we just lung bypass, actually. So when patients are really sick, if we could just get away with that part and just let the lungs heal, that's your best option in terms of that heart lung machine. But Kalia was so sick that she needed even more support beyond that. So we needed to take over full cardiopulmonary support. So we took over the work of her heart and lungs. And then that was when I think her trajectory started to kind of, she started to be able to rest her body in order to heal. But yeah, you're correct with that for sure.
Yes, and it's so funny when when people used to come to visit it, because basically y'all taught me how to run the machine and the nurse, and it's because I was sitting there and I wanted to know, so I learned how the numbers look, how the gas should look, and it was like, "Are you a nurse?" I was like, "No, I'm a mother." So I'm going to be here with them, with my child, and most nurses or even ECMO therapists, y'all couldn't be like, "Can you just step to the side or let us do our job?" No, you was like, "No. This is how it goes." So can you give a tip on like moms, because you see this a lot, moms that's going through this, or dads, the whole families, what can you give a tip for them to, relax in a moment, even though it's kind of hard and challenging, and know that you guys are there for them, that you're there to care, just like you care for Khalid, you care for every child like that. What tip would you give to them to kind of ease their mind?
I would say that, just trust that everyone there is really out for the best interest of your child. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Like, don't keep anything inside, even if you think you've asked it before and you don't remember the answer. We don't mind that. But I think the main takeaway is just feel confident that the people there want to be there. They want to help you, and they really do want to see that patient get better. So, I think sometimes families get worried that people aren't doing the best that they can do, and I think the best that would be my only tip is that we're really there. We really want your babies to get better, and pray for the staff as well as praying for your baby if you can, just so that they can know how to take care of your child, so that they can see every little thing quickly. That's what that's what I pray for before I go to work, is that everyone on the team knows what to look for. They see things that maybe could have been unseen before, things like that. So that's the only kind of advice I have.
That's awesome. That's amazing, because some people don't know they be in a situation in a room, because I know one of the nurses was telling me a lot of families didn't do what I did with putting up the scriptures and praying and the worship music. They just sit there and look, and it just brings them down. So she was saying this is something different. That's how she was saying she felt the positivity in the room every time she entered it. And I was like, because it has to be positive so she can feel it, because she can feel everything, because everyone is saying she's on the machine, she's unconscious. I said she hears everything, because now Khalid's memory is starting to come back. So she just told me and Dad, like, why did, now she know Meredith, now she remember, why did Meredith leave one day and Dad had to see her next week? And that's when Meredith had to go on vacation, because she was there the whole time. She did not want to leave. And I was like, well, wow, she take the time. My boss like, you need a break. She was like, yeah, because I heard Daddy tell her it's okay. We'll see you when we get back. So this is when she was on the ventilator. So her memory is starting to come back. But I was told she's not gonna remember nothing. She's probably gonna be behind in school because of the brain activity. She's gonna be on medicine for the next 5 years. None of that. Once we got released, none of that. And I just look at her now. And then when I look at the documentary and reading the book, I'm like, wow, totally different.
She's incredible.
Yes. And that's why I was like, I'm grateful that I came where I was at the hospital, because the previous hospital, we wouldn't be sitting here talking, because then everything was like, we can't do nothing. So it's like when you gave that tip about knowing that the healthcare family that's there for you, they really there to take care of your child, that's where you want to be. So I'm grateful for y'all, because y'all treated her like she was y'all kid. You treated her like that was your daughter. So that was amazing. That was so amazing to me. Now, when during the journey, the first time it was a DSAT, and then they came back was like, it's not looking good. After the third week, we might have to look at the other option. What was your thought? Because I know you was like, no, she needs to stay on the machine, but you couldn't. I could see in your face, but you couldn't voice what you wanted to say. What was your thought when y'all around and they were saying it doesn't look good?
So I just feel that sometimes people, like not people, but sometimes I think surgery and critical care intensivists look at patients differently. So surgery, things get done really quick, right? And if they don't see the result fast, then they think that it's not going to work out or what have you. But I've been being an ECMO specialist and taking care of patients time and time again. I've seen this over time. And I also know that kids, they need to take baby steps. And sometimes they just are not ready. It has nothing to do with the fact that they are not getting better. You just need to give them a little bit more time, right? And so in my mind, I was just like, this kid has come so far. She's doing so well in my mind, and there's no way she's not going to recover. So you need to give this little one a little bit more time,
Yeah.
you know? So, I mean, that's basically what was going on in my head, you know?
And man, I'm holding my tears back. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that you even said that, because you could have just sat back and was like, you know what, I'm not going to say nothing. But you was like, no, she just needs to rest. She needs more
Yeah.
time. That's exactly what she
Yeah.
needed, because the x-rays just turned like within 48 hours. And I was like,
I
that's
know.
not me,
I
that's
know.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I'm just grateful that you even said that, because like you said, she just needed the rest. She needed more time, and we couldn't put a time stamp on when, you know, we need to pull the plug, because it wasn't on our time. It was
Yeah.
all his time.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm just grateful.
yeah, I will get there and I will get there and fight.
Yes, you did. Like, her little self is just telling him, like, no, she just need more time. But
Yes.
if a person asked you, what does non-negotiable faith mean to you, what would you tell them?
Gosh, non-negotiable faith. What does it mean to me? I mean, non-negotiable, right? Means that we're not going to argue about it. This is how I feel. This is what I believe. It's the roots of the tree, right? It is just it's solid in what it is. No matter it's like the lighthouse in the middle of the ocean, and the waves are just hitting it back and forth, crash, 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 and it just is there. It's solid. It doesn't falter. It doesn't wafe back and forth. That's how I think negotiable faith is, right? So no matter if you are going through the best of times or the worst of times, your faith still remains solid in your heart. You know who your creator is. You know he has a design, a plan for you that you can't even fathom, dream, know about, but you know in your heart that he's there for you. And that's what that means to me.
Wow. Now that was powerful. That was
Mhm.
so powerful. And I'm glad you said that, because sometimes your faith can become wavery during
Yeah.
situations and life challenges, because, you know, life is just the weather. You got your ups and downs, your hot seasons, your cold seasons. But when you have non-negotiable faith, like you said, there's no wavering. It's like,
Yeah.
this is what it is. It's
Yeah.
non-negotiable. So when your
Hmm.
faith stays and remains non-negotiable, nothing is impossible. And I tell people that all the time. No, we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But that don't
Yeah.
mean that my foundation is not based off of non-negotiable faith, because of what I saw. I mean, I saw a
Yeah.
miracle right in front of me. So
We
knowing
all
that I
did.
can actually see and touch this miracle every day, I get
Yeah.
excited every day. I look at
It's
her and wake
amazing.
up every
Yes.
day. And then just to see the scars from the ECMO, it makes me, when I'm going through my tough seasons, and it's like I have nothing to complain about, because this baby done been through hell and back. And
Yeah.
she came through strong.
She did. She came out the fire not smelling like smoke.
Yes. Yes. That's why I can't wait for her to meet your daughter, because I know it's gonna be awesome and amazing. Because I
Yeah.
want her to meet all of you guys, because I'm like, this was your family. This was your hospital
Yeah.
family. Like, they loved you just like me and your dad did. So I'm
Yeah.
just excited just to even have relationship with y'all. Cause it's like, we could have just disconnected. Oh, the baby okay, bad. No, y'all staying in
Yeah.
contact. Y'all commented on posts like, oh my goodness, Kalia's fine. Oh, she's was like,
Yes.
no, y'all really had genuine love for her. And that's the thing. That's what I say. You can have non-negotiable faith, but when you got non-negotiable mindset, nothing can deter you if you know a great connection that you should have. And we
Yeah.
might not talk every day, but the love is still there. And that's
Yes.
what's amazing. And like I was
Hmm.
saying, when we had the people that come to visit her in the room, everybody didn't get to visit her because of their energy. So we kept
Sure.
positive people around her. So I love the fact that you was one of the persons that was there for her, that with her all the time, because your
Oh,
energy was amazing. You
oh,
always
thank
was
you.
positive. And
Yes.
she gleaned off of that. She might be resting, but She knew you was there. She knew when you did it.
Yes.
So I just love the fact that you was there for her, and we're so grateful and appreciative of you. And like I told you, man, I know I wouldn't have been able to get through that journey without you. So I just wanted to thank you for that as well.
Oh my goodness. My pleasure.
Uh,
You guys blessed me just as much, I'll tell you that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like that journey, it was needed, and I'm glad we went through it, but I was glad when it was time to leave. I was so
Oh.
happy when discharge was there.
Yep.
I was so happy when discharge was there. So I know you blessed so many people today, especially with your tips. So guys, if y'all out here watching, make sure y'all share this video, because she gave some amazing tips and nuggets of basically a non-negotiable mindset to have. We didn't just talk about faith. She talked about mindset to have when you're going through a trying time and you really don't know how the outcome is going to look, how the comfort of knowing that you got an amazing team taking care of your child, you can kind of relax and know that they're there for your child. You know, they're not just there to do a job, but they're there to give genuine love. So I'm just grateful for her dropping those tips and nuggets and showing her perspective of what non-negotiable faith really means. Because without non-negotiable faith, guys, nothing, you really can't get through life without it. I know we have our ups and downs, but sometimes when your back is against the wall and you don't have non-negotiable faith, then you go out and do stuff that you regret. Because remember, you can't change temporary positions to permanent positions. When you're going through a season that's temporary, that's not meant to be a permanent, that's when you got to have non-negotiable faith to know that it's just a season and it's going to change. And know that if you just keep God first, everything is going to be okay and nothing is impossible. You might have your down days, but keep non-negotiable faith at the forefront of your mind. So I want you guys to go out and get the book. It's Non-Negotiable Faith, When My Faith Fought My Flesh and Won. And I titled that because I was in a ring. It was a battle. So I was sitting there next to Kalia, but my faith was on my right and my flesh was on my left. So I was fighting back and forth because literally I was there, but I was numb because I was watching the process. So I had to trust the process with my faith to win every single round. Every day was a round. And it's funny because 12 doctors rounded every day. I just thought about that. 12 doctors rounded every day, and every day my faith and my flesh fought. So my faith won because Kalia walked out of there. So grab the book. You could grab it on Amazon. Non-negotiable, When My Faith Fought My Flesh and Won. And I promise you, this book is going to bless your life because it talks about how a 2.5-year-old little girl ended up catching cold that turned into a pneumonia, which is a necrotizing pneumonia. And basically she had to go on the ECMO machine, which is a heart and lung bypass. And every day I pray, we listen to worship music, and I just knew and had non-negotiable faith that she was going to walk out of there. She had her down days and she had her good days, but that little girl was a tough cookie, and she was not leaving this earth because she had a destiny. She had greatness over her life. And it goes into detail about the journey, the details, the day when she did come off the ventilator, how she looked, how she felt. It's pictures. And this amazing lady, Tabitha, is all in this book because she was an important part of saving my baby's life. So make sure you guys grab the book, Non-Negotiable, When My Faith Fought My Flesh and Won, and bless somebody else with it. I promise you it will bless you. And I thank you so much, Tabitha, for taking time out.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time out to sit with me. I love you and I appreciate you. And we will be talking and seeing each other soon. I'm excited because I can't wait. See your face instead of just on the screen. I want her to physically see you so she can see this lady fought for me, this lady prayed for me, and this lady covered me. So I love you, and I will talk to you later.
I love you too.
Oh, and guys, make sure you check the book out. Again, Non-Negotiable, When My Faith Fought My Flesh and Won. My name is Chantai Rae. I'm the #1 Glow Getter coach, author, CEO, and motivational speaker of the Chantai Rae Collection, where I encourage and empower families to live a lifestyle of non-negotiable faith through optimum health, beauty, and motivational entities. And my primary mission is to help those through the challenging times in their lives to know that the glow starts from the inside out so they can manifest what they've been confessing their entire lives. But it starts with non-negotiable faith because miracles are real and it's not a cliche. I will see you guys next week, and thank you again for tuning in for another series of Non-Negotiable when my faith by my flesh and wine. Good night.
And I took care of Kalia when she was really sick on our ECMO machine, and I would say that it's been a pleasure, absolutely a pleasure, taking care of your daughter. I would say the very first day that I walked in to her room, I felt a connection with you guys and with Kalia. And I knew right away, even though she was super, super sick, I knew she was going to get better. I just had this faith that she was gonna pull through. And oh my gosh, I didn't expect to cry. And your family is just so amazing. And I also knew that she was going to do well, and she was going to just be perfect after she came off ECMO, because your family had just this overwhelming faith, and it's so amazing to see that with families and to be a part of that. Yeah, it's just been an absolute pleasure, and I knew from day one that she was going to do well, and I'm so, so happy that she's better. And that's it.
Okay.